Say, Mr. Disney, I've narrowed down those hundreds of versions of Cinderella to a few you might want to consider for our upcoming feature. Fantastic, let's have a look. So one is a French version. Perrault is the author. It features a glass slipper and a fairy godmother. Well, that sounds delightful. Now there's the Brothers Grimm version, of course. It's a little darker, but it has a golden slipper and a multi-night ball. The birds could be fun to animate too. And then there's this Greek version. Ah, Greece. A classical version, I take it. Not quite. It's called Little Saddle Slut. What the
Fucked up fairy tales with Liz.
Ding! Yes, Little Saddle Slut isn't the ideal version of Cinderella to animate for children. And not just because of her name. No, this version, first recorded in the 1800s, boasts a truly upsetting opening and a very bizarre ending. Once upon a time, there were 3 sisters spinning flax with their mother. Let's play a game while we spin. Ooh, a game! Okay, that sounds fun. If one of us drops the spindle, the rest of us get to kill her and eat her. That is fucking sick. I'm in. I'm not. If this fairy tale video seems familiar, it's because I'm rerunning a few over the next few weeks while I get ready to record the audiobook version of
Fucked up fairy tales the book.
Ding! Too bad, you're the baby. And the game starts now! Well, the first one to drop the spindle was the girl's mother. And it seems they weren't prepared for this outcome, so they let it slide. But their mom kept dropping the spindle over and over and over. Now, the text for this tale is pretty sparse, so it's hard to say what was actually happening here. Did their mom just have an epic case of butterfingers? Or did she know that the older girls would persecute the younger one, so she was trying to save her? It's wide open to interpretation. But whatever the reason, the older girls finally decided, oh well, them's the breaks. Time to murder and eat Mom. No, sisters, please. Don't hurt her. If you must cannibalize someone in this family, eat me. Ugh, rules are rules, you little twerp. So the older girls did Mom in, and they prepared her for dinner. Come on, kid, it's time to eat Mom. I won't do it, and you should be ashamed. Oh, so what? You're gonna sit on that filthy little saddle and scold us like a baby? Yeah, you're just gonna sit on that saddle covered in bird shit? You little saddle slut! So the littlest sister, our persecuted heroine of the tale, gathered up her mother's bones after the meal. She buried them under a grate and smoked them with incense for 40 days. When this ritual was done, and she went to move the remains, she found a beautiful garment in their place unlike anyone had ever seen before. And alongside that was a glut of coins. And the girl decided to keep them hidden. When church arrived on Sunday, the 2 older sisters went on ahead. And the youngest dressed herself in that beautiful garment she'd found at her mother's grave. And she filled her purse with coins that she found there too, and she followed her sisters to church. She looked so stunning in her regalia that the entire crowd there was amazed. And the people followed her as she left, so she threw some of those coins to distract them and stall them. This also happened on the 2nd Sunday she attended, and on the 3rd Sunday there was such a crowd that she lost her shoe in the madness. Now this was the day that the prince was in attendance to church, and he was the one to find the shoe, and I'm gonna marry the lady it fits. As word got around on the prince's plan, and word got around that no woman would fit the shoe, Little Saddle Slut Sisters, I'm sorry, I don't have another name for her. Little Saddle Slut Sisters teased her. Maybe the prince will try the shoe on your dirty little feet. Leave me alone. I know he's unlikely to want the likes of me, but I don't need you to mock me for it. But when the prince arrived, he did indeed have his servants summon the girl. I will not be made fun of. No, miss, he truly wants every maiden to try it on. All right, prince, here I am. Yes, you're the girl I saw at church. I still gotta have you try on the shoe, though. You know, I'm a man of my word. It fits, yay! Will you marry me? I said don't make fun of me. I'm not making fun of you. You really have a complex about that, don't you? Well, my family trauma is intense. So Little Saddle Slut became the prince's wife. This obviously didn't sit well with her older sisters, and they decided to get revenge when the new princess bore a child. Hey girl, congrats on the new baby. Can we see the little guy? And then they ambushed her. The sisters locked Little Saddle Slut in a trunk and threw that trunk in the river. Eventually, the trunk washed up in the desert where it was found by an old lady. Oh, looky here, a trunk just lying around in this desert? I'm gonna take that home and cut it up for some firewood. But once she'd broken the trunk open, she saw that it contained a young lady. Oh my God! And she straight up ran away. The princess was left alone in the desert, with nothing but the sounds of the wild beasts to accompany her. She was freaking out a little bit, so she prayed for help. "Dear God, give me a hole in the ground enough to fit my head in, so I can't hear these wild beasts." Wow, you're a princess for a whole year and you forget how to dig a fucking hole. Whatever, God gave it to her, but apparently it didn't do the job. "Oh God, give me a hole that is slightly larger, that I might fit in up to my waist." So he gave her a waist-deep hole. And little saddle slut's just sitting in there waist-deep with her ass out to the world. Finally, she asked God for a bigger hole again. "You know what, honey? I'm just gonna skip ahead and give you a cabin in the woods that will give you anything you desire, okay? I have way too many things to deal with besides a princess asking me to make her marginally larger holes in the sand." So every night when the princess wanted dinner, she would ask it of her house. "All right, plates, forks, and spoons, set yourself. And food, now it's time to appear." And when she was all done with her meal, she would say, "Okay, dishware, roll call. Forks and spoons, is everybody here?" "Yup, we're all here." "How about those plates?" "Here and accounted for." One day, the prince came upon the cabin while he was hunting and knocked on the door. "It's my husband, but I'm gonna play dumb." "Who is it?" "It is I!" Apparently that guy needs no introduction. So the princess showed off her cabin magic. She had the door swing open for the prince, and he found the princess sitting at the table. "Hello there." "Hi yourself." "Welcome, your highness." "Whoa!" The prince was amazed and delighted as the princess made a 10-course meal out of thin air. He snatched one of the enchanted spoons from the table and hid it in his shoe. "All right, roll call. Table covers. Here. How about those plates? Here. Silverware? They're all there except me. The prince stuck me in his shoe." "Hello, I said, are you all here, silverware?" "I said I'm stuck in this guy's stinky boot." "Yes, it's true. I snuck that spoon away, hoping it would give me a reason to come back. I'm terrible." "Oh no, you're not terrible. There's no need to be ashamed. It's your wife you've been flirting with." "Ah, just like the Pina Colada song. It ain't cheating if it was accidentally your wife." The two were reunited and they sucked face. And during the embrace, the princess took a break to send her magical cabin back home to the castle. You don't want to let that thing go. And when they returned to the kingdom, the prince summoned the sisters of Little Saddle Slut, and he dismembered them. So this is love. So this is love. The end.